I am hoping I have this all set up, because if not, this is gonna be a funny time. Okay, audio looking alright. Other thing, I forgot mix it up again. Damn it! Knew I forgot something. Oh well, who needs consistency here? I hope it's set up. Yeah. Hi, Kiwi. Oh my god, calls them out! I love that! Also, hi everybody! And not forget the Demon King. Of course I ain't gonna forget you, your majesty. Hello, hi! Let me get the model up. Let me see if this works. Yeah. Hello, hi! Abara pronoun ari nosvith tha! Welcome on in, everybody! Croissant air stream, welcome to the stream. Oh my goodness. Music always seems so loud to me, but I know it's not that loud. Oh, so yeah, welcome on in. Oh my goodness, more than like 2 streams in a week. What a shocker. Perish the thought. And no issues too. My goodness, what is this witchcraft and sorcery? Don't question that. But yep, as I see poking in here. Hello, Dophie. Hiya, Velvet. Hiya, Cove. Hiya, Kiwi. Hiya, Lucius. I need help. I've been listening to one song for the past 3 days. I feel your pain. Which song is it? That's what I need to know. Which song is it? So, but now, how's it all going, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day to those who celebrate. So, yeah, all fun. Zombified by Falling Rivers. That's a good song, though. That's a very good song, though. I can't really question you on that one. Happy Father's Day. Also, I saw peeking in a couple minutes ago. Colv, thank you so much for the resub. I did say you don't have to, like, do that. It's all... Wait, what happened there? Okay, what happened there? It just faded in and out. What? Dude. Oh, there was 2, like... Wait, no. That's not right, is it? What? I've been having a lovely morning due to a certain someone. Oh boy. Oh boy, I don't know who you could possibly be alluding to. Anyway, I'm sorting this out, Dophie, don't worry. Dophie, refund your points. I'll sort out dad mode. Oh my goodness! Shobalater! Shobot! Thank you so much for subscribing. I saw you followed like a day or so ago, so thank you so much. Figured we should start the stream properly. True. Welcome on in anyway. Welcome on in. It's a pleasure to see you here. Sorry, I need to sort out dad mode quickly. Just... There we go. It's all proper now. We now actually have a father figure on the stream. So, yeah, today is a very simple day for stream stuff. How many kids you got then? Okay, how many followers do I have? However many followers I have, that's how many children I have. I don't... Thing is, I'm not even a mother. I'm a father, which means that none of these children... I'm not even going to finish that. I don't know how it happened. I just said that I could make dad jokes. This kind of happened here. I will never call you father. Why What? What's wrong with father, huh? What's wrong with father? Dear, does an entire album count as a scene? I mean, that's fair. That's also a very fair one. So, right. Ah, right. I already have a good one. I don't need a replacement. I'm not replacing anyone's dad. Look, otherwise I would be... I can't even replace my own. I love my dad too much. I'm not replacing anyone's dad. I am just here as, like, a spare one. You know, in case sometimes you need a dad that doesn't really look like a dad. I have the mustache for it, at least. Ah, reminds me, I should have actually got the, like, the Father's Day mug or something. That would have been quite funny. Righty-o. So, anyway, sorry, I'm a little bit distracted with other bits. So, today. Couple bits. Why does spare dad sound worse than replacement? Look, I wasn't ready to become a father life. The father life chose me. So, that's the problem here. That is the big old problem. But yes, today, first of all, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news is I still don't have that account back, which sucks. But the good news is now I do have a server set up, a second server. Better than the first one, partially. I still need to sort out the emotes and bits and pieces on it, because, yeah. But I will actually do stuff properly this time. I will ask for help. I will get it all sorted. But I do actually have a new server set up. If you try the emote stuff for, well, like the commands for Discord now, you should be able to get to the new one. Also, Big Biden 64. Welcome on in. Welcome. Crosshair stream. Oh, yep, I ended up sorting that out tomorrow? This morning. Why did I say tomorrow? I sorted that out tomorrow. But yep, so I will get like modding things sorted for there. It's all good. How are you? I am not doing too bad at all, thank you. I'm just a little bit frantic, skittish. I'm doing good though. I'm just getting back into the groove of things. How are you doing them? How are you doing them, Big? The new archives. The new archives. The archives within the archives, you know? I just have a tiny little shelf to go with the bigger shelf. So, if everything's working today, I have a couple... Basically, we have a tier list. Which is something I promised, like, at least a week ago now. Hey, Dad. Hi, you noisy. How's it going? How you doing? I'm good, just working on some creative writing. Ooh, creative writing, you say? What kind of creative writing is this? Funnily enough, I happen to do creative writing myself, so... Always curious. Be a pie. Hi, noisy. I'm just stalling for a little bit just so I can get everything set up. Also, as a quick question to my mods that are currently in here, how long are you potentially able to stay for? Because, here to witness who is father figure. Of course. Just as a quick question, because, I will be at full stream. Okay, in that case, Colv, I have a thing for you. because I've done something to make your life easier. For when we get some stuff sorted. So if I just quickly go get that. Let me see. This, actually, hold on. It's not like anyone else is gonna be using this, so it's fine. Done. Copy link. Okay. Yeah, I thought to do... Oh, I'm gonna have to load this up. Hold on. But yeah, I did something that's gonna make, slightly... not modding life easier, but, like, getting shout-out stuff easier. I love that all Streambot is fully working. Yeah, I know, right? I managed to finally get it fixed, and then I lose the account that it was on, and then I have to, like, reset it again. You know, fun. Gotta love it. Where are you? Where are you? There it is. Boop. So this. Organised. Yeah. It's a thriller basically about security guards being locked out of a security room in a mental asylum. He has to survive the patients. Ooh, horror. Horror. I love it. Sounds great. I mean, yeah, I ended up staying... I was overtired yesterday, but I knew I needed to get it done, so I managed to make that for you, so it would make your life a lot easier. I think like almost everybody's is on there for whatever is needed, but I think for the last one on there, the name is still the same as the Twitter, so that shouldn't be an issue. Thanks. By the way, if you think about it, you're never on fire. Fire is on you. Damn, you right. Yeah, no dance channel now. Yeah, perfect. Just sorry, I need to do like a couple bits of setup again. Still, so weird. Thank you for the headphones, Noisy. Diolch yn fawr. Okay, now I'm officially sorted. No more tech issues. No more nothing. We're all good. We're all hunky dory. So I've done the notification. We have server up. Happy Father's Day. Now, if things are going to work. Fancy meeting you. Ah, yes, of course. Fancy meeting you here, huh? Welcome on in, Mr. Natix. Also, good morning. How you doing? How's it going? I can put the hat back on anyway. Should I just perpetually put the hat back on for a bit? I'm gonna perpetually put the hat back on for a bit. Hold on. No one needs to redeem the dad thing. I'm just gonna have the hat on for the entire stream. Perfect. You don't need to do the dad mode because I've just said I just put the hat on for the entire stream. It's fine. Okay, if I've loaded everything correctly. which I believe I have, and that also means I have to put chat on my phone instead rather than on here. So hold on. Then it's not the same. What do you mean it's not the same without the mustache? Come on, can I just there's a mustache on the hat. Come on. Oh, fine, fine. You win. Hold on. There. Also, thank you, Velvet. Welcome, Power. This is either going to dox me or it's going to be fine. It is fine. Ayo. We have tier list. All of it's visible, which is fine. So how I'm gonna do it is I have 25 people. Wait, is there 25 on there? I think there's 25 on there. Last time I checked, there was 25 on there. So we have 25 people. I'm going to be rating between good and bad dads, or like what kind of dad vibes they give. Because as you can possibly tell, I am an expert. Clearly, I have been an internet father for what? 5 months? Yeah, this makes no sense to me either. But I thought it was a funny idea, to be honest. So, yes. Basically, we have people, and in order to show the remember the two-step, of course. Not the pato being decapitated again. Okay, how I've worked this out is because I've got the pictures here and I've also got them saved. I've also got my Twitter up where there's nothing incriminating, which is good. I double checked this, I triple checked this. There should be nothing incriminating. And so I can just scroll down and show the artworks as it goes on. So then we don't have anything like properly decapitated, okay? Except for one, because there's only one person on this list who didn't actually give me the model. Are these in sheet order? I'm going to do them in sheet order. So don't worry, Colf. I am going, because I need to scroll down anyway, I'm going to do them all in sheet order. Triple checked. What about quadruple? I'd quadruple. So what are our dad tiers? Okay, so we basically have absent father, went to get milk and never returned. I guess we have, like, the once a year dad. We have, like, ultimate Chad dad over here. Ultimate chat dad. There are. Okay, would the working dad be like? Actually, the fun weekend dad. Working dad who makes time for their children. We're probably going to add more like dads to this list as we go along, so it's fine. But that's like the main one. It's like absent, you see them like once a year, or like hear from them once a year. Like the fun dad you see at the weekends, the working dad who makes time for their children, and then like the ultimate Chad dad. It's kind of the vibes that the dads are going to be giving. And yeah, in all honesty, I don't know how this is gonna go. All I know is I am going to be judging a book by its cover and judging a streamer by their dad vibes. If there's any issues, bring it up with management. By the way, I am management, so you have to bring up the issue with me. So, first on the list, I believe, is Lucius. Our dear Lucius, who should be in chat right now. So I know for a fact that the picture for some reason decided to load up down here, which is annoying as hell. Hold on, there we are. Can't beat me to it. Okay, so you can all see that? It's okay, Toby, I have the list, I can do them. So I think you guys can see the picture, right? Hold on. Yeah, you can see it. So what we see is a very, very fancy dwarf. And I had this confirmed. They are in fact a dwarf, they are not a vampire. Although we can logistically make them into a vampire, but no, they are a dwarf. And you can see quite fancy clothes on them. And then also a top hat and waistcoat. Wait, Lucius was a dwarf this whole time. I thought Lucius was a demon. Nope, he ain't a demon. He ain't a demon. He is a dwarf. Nope. But it gives me sophisticated, to be honest. Like, I don't know about you, it's definitely more of a sophisticated dad vibe. I think maybe would you think more like a tutor in a way? Like that dad who is really good at your schoolwork and just decides that you need to get more work done. I thought like the higher class dad that ends up working a lot more. I shall clarify on my description, I'll do it later. That's all good. So I wasn't wrong when it gave me Durga vibes. Yep, you weren't wrong in the slightest. It's like, fancy dad. But I think because he's fancy, he does like a lot of work anyway. But whether... No offense to like the look, because I'm basing this on just looks. I'm basing this on like what the model looks like. I can't judge on the person this time, even though I know for some of these I have the exact vibe of how it would go. But for model only, it's like this is a working dad, but it's a working dad that I don't think would make time for the children. They're too busy absorbed in their work. And like trying to make a good impression that they're not going to So I need to add like another one below. Add one below. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, rip work over the family. A little too much work though. It is nothing to do with. It's nothing to do with the person. It's just to do with the look. I don't think you'd be like a fully. I feel discrimination over here. Not my fault. You have a top hat and waistcoat. That just inspires me that you work hard, but sometimes you work a little too hard, more than seeing your children. See, it puts food on the table. Yeah. I find a lack of stepdad tier disturbing. Ooh, stepdad tier. That's one. That's one I should think of. Personality does affect this. Personality doesn't affect this. Personality doesn't affect this. I'm going based off looks. Because if I were to rank you properly, I would get slated for it not being accurate. You still look like a rat. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna add another tier quickly. Add row below. Stepdad. No, you could rate it how it is. Right, in that case. No, I'm kidding. For I'm a Nezuhime anyway. True, I'm but a simple peasant to this Nezuhime. But yeah, thank you so much for entering, Lucius. I'm very sorry that it's not entirely what you wanted, but wait, would I be a stepdad? I'm not gonna answer that just yet. Okay? With two set love, wait, yep. I'm not gonna answer that just yet. Okay, next one that should be on the list is Charlotte Vale. She is she's pre-debut bridal VTuber. I mean, look at her. She is absolutely gorgeous. Like, come on. Don't do it off personality, never mind. Just, my goodness. I've already gushed so much about this to myself. She is pretty. She's definitely like, she's pre-dad at the moment, but no, she's not pre-dad, but oh my goodness, legit, this is, she gives like a kind, caring sort of dad. Like, she would definitely be a doting father in a way. She is just about to get married, which means there's always the potential that that's going to be joining into a family. Now there's two pretty... Lucius, I swear to all that is holy, don't. Anyway. So, yeah, she's gonna be quite... I feel like she'd be quite the doting sort of parent. The doting sort of father. Like, that sort of vibes. I mean, look at that smile. Look at her eyes. Thank you, Cole. Thank you. It wouldn't necessarily be in, like, the working dad tier. Or, like, the fun dad. I don't think of it. What, we can't call Skelly Bob pretty? No, you can call Skelly Bob whatever you like, to be honest. You can call Skelly Bob whatever you like. In that case, if you are wanting to call Skelly Bob that, okay, I can solve that. Yeah, it's just Skelly Bob. Okay. Okay, so it's Skelly Bob you're calling pretty. That's okay. I said one time per stream. I know you did. There we go. I'm kidding. I'm staying. Get back. I'm kidding. But yes, so... dear Charlotte, which model? By here. She'd definitely be like a doting dad, so I'm gonna quickly go by here, make a tier... No, I'm gonna make a tier down. Below. I need to change the color of that to be orange. Doting dad. And she's going into doting dad tier. Because, I mean, again, look at that face. If you were having a bad day, she would be there to hug you. I feel that. She is currently marrying... I don't even know what her backstory is for, like, the bridal thing. She's marrying into a family where, of course, she would be the mother and father. And thank you, Charlotte. Okay, next in our thing, I believe we have our own fishy. Now, how do we rate a fish? I mean, that smile is great. From a tier list, not tier list, but like a alignment list that we did a while back. Just the lewd DJ. So we were sent like a tier list for it. Well, not a tier list. Again, I keep saying tier list. There was a alignment list that we did a couple days ago. I say a couple days? Like a week, even. Sorry, my timings are awful nowadays thanks to everything that's going on. And I believe Hades was ended up like placing us on it, and Fishi was put into, I believe, Lewd D. It wasn't Lewd Degen. It was I think it was either Lewd Comfy or Lewd Gremlin. I'm not sure, but it was a funny old time. Saying that, you ain't wrong. But honestly, she is stunning. Absolutely stunning with whatever model she has. I think this is like the new one. And it's just gorgeous. As for what sort of dad she'd be like that dad that as soon as you turn like 13, I think she'd probably explain what the birds and the bees are or something. She'd do it in like really nice way, mind you, but she'd definitely be the one that doesn't keep many secrets from the child. I think she's lovely. She is. She really is. I adore that woman. I adore that woman so much. I need to talk to her more, but I absolutely adore her. Oh my god. But yes. She'd be like one of those open dads that if there is like if your child asks a question, she would answer it. So bearing in mind with that, I'm gonna go now enjoy the stream. Have fun. I'll see you later. Take care, Lucius. Hwyl fawr am I tro. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so she'd definitely be more than... I think she'd also be a doting dad, but for the reason being, she would... Yeah, I think she would be a doting dad at this point. Because of how open she would be. Yeah, how open she would be, and then also with like the vibe she gives off just from looking at it, she would definitely do anything for said child. So thank you, Fishy. Next one on the list should be Demon King Kiwi. So if you're still in here, welcome on in, Your Majesty. So now this one, very, very tough dad we have here. We have a dad who is also a king. Is like he would definitely be able to lift at minimum two small children with his arms. You got 9 kids. Okay, that's automatically given. Sorry, I need to make an entire new thing now. Hold on. Okay. Oh, I'm still gonna give you the explanation, but thanks to that new piece of information. We're making new tiers as we go. Yeah, I'm sorry. As soon as you tell me you already have 9 kids, you're overqualified. You're overqualified, my guy. Okay. Do you feed them though? Oh, actually, that's a good question. Yeah, feed them enough. Okay, never mind. You're automatically an overqualified. Right, I'm gonna act like I didn't hear that information. I'm acting like I didn't hear that information, because if I wasn't told earlier, I'm not gonna keep it. Dad squared. Dad squared. Okay, so arms could at least lift 2 small children, just 1 each. I do feel like for some reason it would be like perpetual summer dad in a way, because no shirt automatically means that there is at least going to be a barbecue somewhere. Very much quite a confident look. The black makes me think more of like a gothic family as well. Hunky. But there is Hunky. Yes. But there is the caveat that you are a demon king, and with that, you would be working a lot. But I don't know whether you would be in working dad who makes time for their children, or a working dad who works a little too much. Because you are running a nation, and by running a nation, you would be taking a lot of time from where your children are, and putting that into raising people. It's a kiwi barbecue and it's delicious. Ooh. Oh, that sounds really good, actually. Colby, gonna have to show me that at some point. No, I'm gonna... I feel like the fact that... This is gonna be, like, really weird logic. The fact that you don't have a shirt, but you still have trousers makes me think that you have given the shirt to keep like a child warm or something, like every time. I don't know. I'm gonna say that you are somebody who would make time for their children. You give me the vibe that you would make time for your children. Like, Lucius looks like he works a bit too much for the getup. But because of the slight lack of clothing, I feel like you are somebody who, while running a nation, would make sure that you'd have, like, one or two of your children in, like, a very serious meeting about taking over a different part of, like, hell or something. I don't know. This is what I'm getting out of it, but thank you so much for entering, Kiwi. If you told me before that you had 9 children already, I would have put you as overqualified. Because that's when I already know that I'm out of my depth. As soon as I know you have a child, I'm out of my depth. Because this is supposed to be for fun. I am not a professional dad. This is just my reasoning. This is just my reasoning at this point. Again, if people have, like, questions, I'm for sure a pro dad. I am way out of my depth, Ben. Thank you so much for entering. You're gonna have to give me tips. You're gonna have to give me tips on how to be a better father. Yes, thank you though. Next up, okay, on my list, hold on, I need to double check my list. Because that's being a bit of a... Okay, so my list has decided it didn't want to work too much. Araki, thank you. Yeah, my list decided... Well, my Twitter decided to not go with my list. So, that's fun. There we go. Kotaro Araki. I didn't get a model from them, but I did get a pic through of what they were thinking, which is cool. They do stream. The last streams they did were, I believe, VR chat, funnily enough. But yeah, this is, I've got to say, there's not much to work with, but it's a case of they seem like a very much working person, but not working in the sense of they're working with a child in the house. They are working without. So that automatically makes me think of them being down here. But I don't know whether I don't think they'd be a stepdad. They don't seem like the stepdad type. Simply due to the fact that you can't just block out the children with the headphones that often. If you're being next to a screaming child, it is, unless you have, like, if those are noise-cancelling headphones, which I don't think they are, I don't think that that's going to be proper dad tier material. So it is either they are a once a year, because I don't think they are a fun weekend dad. They're either a once a year, or they are absent. Which I'm now thinking that could work with the theory of, they might have just left, never returned, decided to make their own writing career or something. I mean no harm to them. I mean absolutely no harm to Kotaro or Araki. But come on, you can't have, you don't have time to write if you have children. I mean, yes, you do. Again, on my writing course, there have been people who have had children, but also needing to write. There we go. Went for the milk and never came back. Yep, exactly. Decided to make their own writing career. Everything was hunky-dory, diddly-pory. All well and good. But no, thank you so much, Kotaro. If you ever see this, it will definitely be more on the absent side. The milk with the writing we did along the way. True. Also, welcome on in, Hades. Welcome on in. You haven't missed too much. We currently have a couple of different people. Fishi is in Doting Dad tier. Okay, next on the list is... one second. Is Noisy, actually. Our own dear Noisy Camelot. Or Camelot, even. Nice mistake. And the book's name is Milk. So, as you can see, we have our dragon adventurer butler with his tail and everything. Absolutely adorable. The two pictures he sent were this. And of the coziest thing on earth, look at him. Look at him. Isn't he precious? Isn't he absolutely precious? That is an adventurer going to school right there. Unfortunately, we can't take the tail here. But I'm just going to come out and say it. He's a butler. Of course he's going to at least know how to deal with children. But if he became a dad, how would he be? Well, education is important. Education is very important. So, it wouldn't necessarily be like a doting dad in a way. I don't know why, but I feel like you'd be a mix of, like, the typical Asian parent of get education, get that in, that's important, but also like a fun parent where you're telling stories of your adventures. I will say this, I already got a house called a house husband already. Right, I see. Thing is, with that, because you're a butler anyway, you'd be working. So you'd be working quite a bit. But then you'd also have enough time to tell the stories, get education done, do all that. You'd be a good father. From looking at this anyway, you'd be a father who knows what they're doing. Though I definitely also think the children would be trying to touch your tail. And they would burn themselves because they would get touched. Again, the children in mind that I'm thinking of, they are generic children. They are genericos. So imagine just like a stick person that is just a generic child. That is where we're going with this. Bearing in mind the fact that you are a butler and you are also an adventurer, you've seen many people, you've told many stories, and you've probably had to save people before. I would definitely go with working dad who makes time for their children, in this case. That's what I'm thinking. And I think that's a solid tier for you. That is a solid tier for you. So thank you so much, Noisy. And if anyone has any complaints about how I'm ranking people, again, take it up with management. Again, I am management. Next on our list for today, I'm sorry, before I go back, I still have to gush about this. Why is this so cute? Why is this so cute? Come on, man. Just want to give him head pats and everything. It's so good. Right, so I don't have to scroll back up anymore. Don't worry, I will. Lucius, I thought you said you were going. Thank the artist for that. I will. I will personally go and thank them. But yeah, next one is Neo. Neo way. I know Neo's currently streaming at the moment. I got a ping saying that he went live. So yeah, he's currently live. Go feel free to go follow him, check him out. Wait, he's playing Kingdom Hearts? Nah. I want to cancel this now. I want to watch Kingdom Hearts. Nah, come on, man. I've got... Right, I'm gonna have to rank him then. Don't watch Kingdom Hearts, play it. No, I will play it. I will play it. I promise you. I will do enough speedruns as it is. But yeah, we got Neo. And the sort of Omori art style. I actually love it. It's so cute. It definitely doesn't give, like, professional dad vibes, mind you. It gives, like, either young, like, new dad vibes or not really present dad vibes in this case. It doesn't feel like they would be a father by choice. They're just living life. They've got their little name badge, which feels like they'd be just working first and then going into it. I don't necessarily think it would be any of, like, the higher tier ones. And it's, again, nothing to slate about them. I don't even think that they're a stepdad either. I definitely think they look like more of a fun dad to me. Like, they would go out for the weekends, they would play video games, they would go get ice cream, but then they'd make sure that they give them back to whoever's in charge of them for before the Monday. So then they can deal with the school stuff and then they can go and live out their fantasy of, I don't know what their fantasy is, I guess. It doesn't necessarily feel like proper, this is a dad's dad, you know? Like, you put them in a room with a child, and that child is going to take over immediately. That sort of thing. Again, nothing to do with the person. Neo is absolutely lovely. I've ended up lurking in their streams a couple times now. But I would definitely... Did it not load Neo's thing? No, it did. I would definitely put them in the fun weekend dad. So Jerry from Rick and Morty. Exactly, it's Jerry from Rick and Morty. Yep, that's exactly what it is. But yep, that's where he's going. Fun weekend, dad. Next on my list is Zamiel. And this one I already know what tier it's going to be in. First of all, we gotta look at the comment that they made first. Looking for dads or daddies. Maybe I qualify for both. Here's a pic of me and another that my daughter drew of the two of us for Father's Day last year. So we already know that this man, this dad of the year is already overqualified. He's automatically going in overqualified. But the fact that he can do both. He can do both. There's like the doting really sweet of him and his daughter, which is absolutely precious as hell, mind you. I know they messaged me after they entered this to say they won't be here for the stream, but they would like catch up. So Zamiel, when you get to this point, hi, it's a pleasure to see you. I hope you're having a great day. But yeah, they are fully overqualified for this. This is out of my fathering expertise. But just look at how cute this is. Little flowers, flower crowns. And then it's just like, now we know how he became a father too. It's like he can pull off both. We know how he became a father, and then the aftermath of becoming one. Total Chad dad. Yes, he is a total Chad dad. If I didn't know that he was already, like, a dad, we got too many overqualified dads today. You're telling me. This one is already overqualified. This is overqualified dad territory. Like, come on. I can't face that. I can't be put in the same room as this man. I would be making sure his daughter's okay. I would be giving her treats and stuff. There is no sort of fight between me and this person. Also, sorry if I'm making any other noises. I finally got myself some bubble tea after all this time. My usual bubble tea place now sells my favourite flavour. They have honeydew. They have melon milk in. So I can now have a melon milk tea, which is so good. Finally. But yep, should I just take off overqualified dad? He is ultimate Chad dad, technically. I can take off overqualified. Okay, ultimate Chad. Let's go. Yeah, it's so good. I'm just like, stuff it. Everything's been going wrong. We're just gonna get a drink. And I just decided, walk in there, get it. But now, ultimate Chad dad. I'm not gonna have the overqualified tier. Okay, next one up is... Oh, did I just skip a whole bunch for Zamiel? Ah, well. Next one technically is Hina. We have our own Hina. Look at this bean. Look at this Chad of a dad right here. That is a dad. They are a shark dad. They have like slushy. So technically she does have children already. But coziest dad, true. She is like the cozy. The cozy but not gonna be the one to discipline the children. Like, you could go to her with issues and she will just be there with snacks and hugs. We'd love our Space Northian. Yes, we do. We really do. No. Such a cutie. As for tears, though, I think add a row below. Cozy. The cuddle dad. Yep. Automatically the cuddle dad. Now that might seem like a bit of a cop-out to make her own tier, but it's a case of she's gonna be that dad that ends up making you feel better, but she's not gonna be the dad that will actually she's not gonna be the dad that will take over the house and do like work and stuff. She'll be there when you have a bad day. But then wouldn't that make a doting too? No. I imagine doting is in like they will get everything and anything. I know Hina will have like limits of how much she can get. So it's like snacks, all the snacks. I would definitely 10 out of 10. I would trust her with any of my future children, though. But we love her to bits. So good job, Hina. You are doing great. Good job, Hina. Again, I might just move some of these tiers around, depending. The mouse pad. Come on, man. I can't. There's not much I can do. I'm just gonna skip down to whatever's next. This one is our own Culverit, Culthriat, Cubeverit, Cuteverit, Dadverit. Today it's Dadverit. Thank you, Dofi. Actually, wait, what did I? Oh, I accidentally left like all the name variations on my on my notes I gave him, which has kind of sparked the amount of like nicknames I was giving. Right. So, sorry, girls, I forgot that I left them there. kind of just evolved and then I started making notes on it. But yes. Our own Cole. Now, I don't know whether you're going to take this in a good way or a bad way, but you don't... I mean, we won't edit to the spreadsheet, gotcha. But, yeah, you look like dad material. You feel like dad material. But you don't feel like dad material in the sense of they are your own children. Like, you would be, again, I don't know personal lives or anything. You look like you would be brilliant, well, the bad influence on children anyway. You would teach them what they need to know, mind you, in order to survive. But, not with your own children. In the nicest way possible. Damn, you saying Colvin's mine. No, he's your dad. But I feel he's a stepdad, if anything. I feel that Colv works more as a stepdad than an actual dad. Step Colv. Step Colv. Colv, it is nothing against you. It is no. Hades. Hades, oh my god. Damn, I had to find out this one. I'm sorry, Noisy. I'm sorry. It's a case of he would teach you all you need to know in order not to get caught by the police, but it would be in the sense of, yeah, you're not my blood, but you feel like family. Like, it's a case of he would genuinely just adopt you and make you feel like family, rather than you actually being biologically related. But no, you would make an awesome dad, but for the vibes that you would give like the best sort of stepdad. You would step up to the plate and then make sure that nobody got caught for crimes that whether they committed them or not. Especially cyber crimes, now that I have learned. So you kind of gave me those vibes when you were helping me out. So like, thank you, Colv. Diolch yn fawr. But, okay, I guess I'm not going to live down giving Colv stepdad vibes. But hey ho, we live and we learn. We live and we learn. Thank you, Colv. Okay. I'm just going to scroll and see which one is next. Back to Dad Kill. Okay, next we have Delphi. And we are rating Pato for his icon. So yes, I am going to have to rate how much of a dad Pato is. Colv will just put in the bare minimum. He will put more than the bare minimum in. He will put more than the bare minimum in. But for Delphi. You know, fun fact, Pato is 24 years old. He's 24? Damn. Okay. He looks quite fancy. He seems like he would be a lot of fun to be around, but at the same time, again, I don't feel... He gives off, like, the dad that would be there for fun. Want me to tell Pal where I helped you hide the body? Colv, tell me. Colv, tell me. Colv, tell me. Where did you hide the bodies? Come on. He's good friends with a sleep-deprived child and a pink elephant. Aw, that's so cute. They're in the atmosphere now. That's acid vapor. Good to know. Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. But yes, for our Pato. He seems very caring. A lot of fun. I don't necessarily think he's going to be on the sort of higher end of the doting and cozy. Don't hate anything, Delphi. I thought it was a very good life lesson. He'd be a fun weekend dad for the reason being he'd be a lot of fun, but I think having like the child for that much longer, I think would tire him out too much. It's not to do with him being like not absent or anything. I feel that he would just need a lot of breaks, and that's why I'm feeling like he would also need a lot of breaks too. So you're a fun weekend dad. Thank you so much, Dofi. Also, chicken nuggets. I'm chicken indeed. Welcome on in. We're rating dads. Well, we're rating other people as dads rather than rating people as dads. But yep, so Dofi is fun weekend dad. I can't believe I'm rating my mods so low. My mods are just so low in terms of the rankings. It's like, you're great, but I'm having to rate this off looks rather than as much of a personality as much as. Okay, what's next? Maz. Rootin' and tootin'. And I'm not going to do the accent. This means no bias here. Exactly, no bias. That looks like that's a tough looking competitor over here. Maz the rootin' and tootin' scarily cute. he's trying to fight the cute allegations. So I'm not gonna judge it based on whether if he's cute or not, because we already know the answer. But we are going to rate through how he is, and very much he is a tough looking cowboy. Colv seems to have disappeared. Colv's just hiding another body, it's fine. Step Colv is just hiding another body. I missed it by that much. So he definitely help with a lot of like tasks. He looks like a hard worker. I don't know why I think of a stereotypical like farm thing. Damn man is going to teach me how to shoot my first gun. I'm writing something, it's okay. Yeah, you teach you how to use your first gun. Probably show you how to live off the land. If somebody would hurt you, he would definitely go and beat and like have your back. That sort of thing. But if you mucked up, he would probably leave you to like live with that. So with that in mind, because of probably how much he's doing, because he's an outlaw, so an outlaw of course is going to be doing a lot of stuff. He looks like he'll accept any errand from a random person gives him. He would. Spits in a bucket every few seconds. I'm putting him in working dad who makes time for their children, but that's because he'll be working alongside his children as well. Like, you guys are just working alongside your children. You just it's like bring your child to work day. At this point, you're working dad who brings their children to work. That's better. That's better. But thank you, Maz, and I am not going to call you cute because I know you don't want that at the moment. Next one. Our own dear Angel Yusei. Now, again, I'm not judging because of vibes, or, well, not judging because of vibes. I'm not judging because of, law. I can't judge because of law. Bring your kid to work day. Child labor, let's go. Yeah, true. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do the old-fashioned Western. Okay, turn off, noisy. We need to spam, not have those flashing ones on because that hurts, that is, affecting Colv, so we're gonna have to spam that off, please. Just as a quick one, mind spamming until that emote's off the, thingy, please. That's a snack, Dad. These hesp. It's okay, I blocked them. Yeah, okay. I don't see those emotes in chat. Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure because I don't want you to get hurt. Nerd. Yeah, just for next time, any of those like flashing emotes, those are going to be left out of chats from now on because I don't want people who struggle with it to have to like look at them just to make sure that we don't struggle. Because the last thing I want is for a viewing experience to harm somebody. So I'm being very careful with that sort of stuff now. I have a big block list of emote assets that don't render for me anymore. Okie dokie, okie dokie dokie. No worries at all, Cole. I just want to make sure that you're okay. Because again, last thing I want is for anyone in my chat to like feel that they are going to struggle with watching due to anything that's either in the chat or on the screen. So it's a case of as soon as it's either flagged up to me or as soon as it's like I end up flagging it myself, I just like being to make sure that I'm vigilant for it, you know? Also, that's the snack, Dad. Okay, back to you, say. I can't judge her based on her looks. Well, not her looks, her vibe, because for all we know, that could be her actual hair and not ice cream. For all we know, that's her actual hair and not ice cream. But, and I also can't judge for the menace she is. Absolutely precious in every single way, but also a menace at the same time. I love her to bits as well, in case you can't tell. But as an angel, she'd be she'd end up like going places and doing a lot of things. So whether she would even be able to keep a child. That's not what I went to say. Keep it. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. Whether she'd be able to keep a child is an entirely different matter. I feel like if she were to, if I'm working off of just her being a sweets angel, and her going around doing stuff, of course she would go and like have fun with whoever her child is that time. Generic child is able to, I think she'd probably be able to see them on the weekend. I mean, they'll still be watching over their child, yeah, but whether they'll be like in person or just watching from afar is an entirely different matter. Okay, because of that though, because she'd be more like a guardian angel to them. Because I was going to put, ironically, it would be like a fun weekend, but I think she would also go to doting. She would feed him, she would take care of him, even if she wasn't like able to be seen. So, I'm going to stick with her being in doting, Dad. Simply because angel, not omnipotent, but omnipresent. She would just be there. Thank you, you say. Oh. We have our own Mr. Dosh. We have our own Mr. Dosh right here. So welcome. We have the very cool cyber style. Now this is definitely a dad that would stay there. And as I have to mention again, I have to judge based on looks, because if I judged on personality, this stuff would be probably a little bit different. But as much as I would think that they would be there for the child, generic child, I also don't have the mod diva. I'm between two sections. And I will explain why. I'm between working dad, but a little too much. Actually, 3 sections. Like, cuddly cozy. I feel that the clothing that you're wearing happens to be quite flexible enough that if someone were to hug you, or like a small child, they wouldn't be so intimidated as to stick with you. So cuddly, cozy, very quite friendly face. Probably be that. But because of how like bright it is, anime protagonist right here. Faith! Welcome on in! Welcome! Chrysler stream! How you there, Faith? How you Centra? Hi, Alarm! Welcome on in! And hi again, Dofi. You've been here this entire time. But yeah, true law trinkets there. Welcome on in! We're rating VTuber models and what sort of dad vibes they give. Because it's Father's Day over here, and so I wanted to celebrate Father's Day by doing fatherly things. Because as a totally expert dad, I should really do something. But how is Minecraft anyway? I did see it for a little bit, but how is Minecraft going? Faith, long time no see. It was good. I'm glad. I'm so glad. It's been a long time. Well, I'm glad you got back on since I played. Yeah. I really need to like play again. Because it's always the case of you're either going to get brain rot from it or you're going to just not at all. But yeah, currently we have ranked quite a few people for dads already. We're currently now on Hades and what kind of dad vibes he gives. And I'm already stuck between 3 different sections. That I made, obviously. Will there be a list with personalities, Matt? Asking for a friend. I can do one. I can do one for like personalities if needed. Because again, I know people to varying degrees. So if I'm doing it with personalities involved, I will do it. I could always do that next, actually, to be honest. Nice mustache. Thank you. This is just dad mode, don't worry. Now you're a mod, you'll have the debuff as well. Okay. But so cozy dad, cuddle dad, because of just how friendly you can look. Stepdad, for the reasoning that you wouldn't necessarily, look like someone who goes on like a lot of adventures, isekai, that sort of thing. I think you would more likely to adopt a random child off the street and then just take them with you. Not like working dad where you would be taking them to work, but more of that is not your child. But stepdad is still pretty good. There's like good stepdad and bad stepdad. It's always a mod debuff. Waiting for the nut. Oh, the witch librarian. Oh, witch librarian, what is your wisdom? My wisdom being, if you want to break into a bank and don't want your fingerprints attached to it, make sure you handle a lot of pineapple. Because that ends up temporarily taking away your fingerprints, so then you won't have any fingerprints going into breaking down stuff. But also make sure you wear gloves as well, just in case. But yeah, if you do need like fingerprint stuff, make sure you handle a lot of pineapple beforehand. That is my wisdom. There is no Hades is stepdad too. You know what? Yeah, no, I'm putting Hades as stepdad because it was, yeah, I'm gonna put him as stepdad. But thank you, Hades. I will, for the people who I do know that are in the chat, I will actually give you what my personal rating from how I know you would be. But this is, again, I'm just going off of how you look for these. Diamond! Next is Diamond. Pineapple. Yep, pineapple. Stepdad union. Time to open memberships. Thank you for the wisdom, witch librarian. I shall go say hi to the banker. Yep. Just only highs to the banker. Boop, boop, boop. No. Okay, next one. We have our own Diamond. The cutest, one of the cutest people, if not the cutest person in the world, right here. Give me a second. 10 out of 10. Yeah. How am I gonna rank this? Because again, I'm going off of the model, so I have to like put that aside. She feels like she'd be in the same ranking as Hina for how she looks. And I shall give a pineapple to the fingerprints detector. Yes. Alternative, let your friend rob the bank and then rob your friend. That way you're a hero. You know what? Fair point. Write that down. Write that down. Boss man is thinking. Talk like a true gaslight. Words of encouragement, Hades. It's words of encouragement right there. Okay, so I know quite a few people already know Diamond, but, how we're going to have to rank her. Just need to get my friends rubber. Encouraging people to fund your life. Yeah. Because again, it's nothing to do with personality, it's just to do with how they look. But she looks like a cuddly and cozy dad. She's in the same ranking as Hina for this. She's in the same ranking as Hina. I would put her entirely differently if I wasn't judging based on like what the model's like. Oh boy, also give me a second. Ow. It shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, if you just say it's like a fun weekend activity, I think you'd be fine. Okay. Okay, this is a weird. Never mind. I'm gonna have to do this left-handed and stuff. That's fine. But yep, thank you, Diamond. Did anyone actually shout out Diamond for me? Because I don't think I saw it come up. Got it. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't see it come up. I think I was too distracted by stuff. Why the hell are Scousers trending at the moment? You know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. Why are Scousers trending? If you need tools for robbing a bank, just head over to Fallout 76 cash store. For the low price of $10.99, you can buy 5 hours of airtime. Beautiful. Look at Diolch yn fawr Culv. Okay, next we have Arcturus. The Crow Father. So automatically it's father already. So basically this is out of my depth, considering they are already an expert in this field. But judging off the looks, also look at this artwork. That is so cute. That is just so precious. What the hell? Why are people so talented, huh? Why are people so talented? But yes. Judging off of this, it's like clothes are fancy, but not too fancy. Overly qualified, yeah. Thing is, he does look like someone who has like at least like an 8-year-old child, which is a good thing because he's aged gracefully if that's the case. He would be there to take them to the recitals. He would like go to all the parent-teacher meetings, go out with them on the weekends, talk to them if they have like any issues with school. They would do it all, and it wouldn't be a case of they are a doting dad that they would just give anything and everything. They would be firm and fair with the child too. They know what it's like, and then they'd still make sure that they get their education in time. Like, they've already got the dad stare down, I guess. So, with that in mind, I am going to put them up into Ultimate Chad Dad. To which... yeah, they look like they wouldn't spoil a child. Exactly. That's the point. That is the entire point. To which, yeah, I'm going to stick them in Ultimate Chad Dad tier. Because they look like an expert. I need tips. I need so many tips. But thank you, Arcturus! Next on the list, Konizawa! With her little meowdy. I'm sorry, but look, first of all, look how gorgeous she is. Look how gorgeous that model is. It is so cute. Ends up going on VR chat, ends up doing lots of different bits. Absolutely lovely. That is so freaking cute. Why are people so talented? Come on. She's a lovely person too. Even better. She feels again with like how the trailers are going. With like the majority of the pictures, she's indefinitely like doting dad. I get like the fun dad vibes. But is it fun weekend dad or is it fun like just fun dad? I think to be fair, fun dad does work a bit better rather than just she wouldn't take him. It's either the fun dad as in like every day's fun or fun weekend as in she would just take them on the weekend and then just give them back. Then again, the clothes that she's wearing does seem like they're more suited for the weekend rather than just for like every single day. Like fun dad, but he's always there to make things fun. Oh, good point. Let me add another section quickly. Hold on. I was being nosy and I saw what Cole put on Discord. Hello. Hiya, Toa. How's it going? How you doing? I got hacked. Oh no, Toa, did you end up getting it from my old account? I'm so sorry if you did. Toa, no. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, Toa. We didn't get it in time. The account. Yeah. I know, I have the same issue because they ended up getting mine too. And I recently bought Nitro. Same! Same as well! Well, you did everything you could to warn people. Yeah, but it still wasn't enough. Still wasn't enough. Oh well. Both of us F, I know. Oh, we live, we learn, all that jazz. Yeah, but yeah, I also lost the Nitro I bought on mine too. And they ended up buying... Now, here's the issue. They ended up also buying, like, the premium Nitro on it as a gift for somebody else too on there. Where is she? Where did I put her? Did I not save her picture? No, I did save her picture. But yeah, no, she is fun, consistent dad. She's a fun day, no fun dad. Okay. Thank you so much, Ko. I need to like watch some of Ko's streams because she looks so cute. Next one on our list is a Siriku. Very smart looking. I'm not going to make assumptions. Looks like a vampire. Looks like maybe like a demon. Waiting for Discord support, yeah. No, they really just couldn't get back to me that quickly. The most recent email I got from them was, I kid you not, the most recent email I ended up getting from them was them giving me an automated message to say, hey, how about you tell us how we did for this issue? And they used one of the complaints I made. Because I made like 4 different complaints. They used one of them that I was just like, please help. And they... It's so stupid. It is. Considering my issue still hasn't been resolved when I've sent emails to be like, hey, can you at least like finish your job? So I'm just told, hey, do you mind ranking us for a bit? I was like, yeah. You've done poorly, mate. I mean, yeah, you solved the issue partially, but that's because you ended up locking the account from the complaint that there was an unregistered purchase. Nothing to do with the fact that you looked at the thing being like, oh yeah, they sent this first being like they were hacked. No, it's the financial place that got it first. My god. My homies and I hate Discord support. I know. Discord support isn't really much help. They ain't. They really ain't. They need to buck up their ideas. My god, man. I'm having, again, I've had to like make the Discord again, so I've had to like tweak that out. But I have to add all the emotes back, which I just need to modify a few of them so I can put them back in, but apart from that, we're all good. Discord support isn't supporting. You're telling me I get more support from haters at a pride parade. There is more support from haters at a pride parade than there are from Discord support at this point. And that's saying something. But yes, back to the rankings. We have Siriku. Very nice, very tidy, has that facial hair. But the clothing is giving me the same sort of situation as Lucius. In the case of they look like they work a lot in order to get like those clothes. But they wouldn't necessarily be there for the child for a while. They would just make sure that the child has enough support, but then they'd go and work, and then just work themselves to the bone quite often. But honestly, it's a lovely art style. So they'd be 100% a father, but they'd be a father that would just lock themselves and work. Yeah, come back every once in a while to check up. Yep. Not only my Discord, but yeah, no, I've had the exact same thing. They just logged me out of my Gmail. But the issue is they've only logged me out. They haven't like logged back in because I made sure all of my notifications are on for whether I've logged out and logged in into different accounts. So I think they would be a working dad, but they wouldn't bring their children to work, but they'd work a little too much. But I am glad that you got it sorted-ish, Toa. I am super sorry to remove the device and change the passwords. Yeah. I am so sorry that that happened. I should have been more vigilant. It happened. It's gonna happen. I'm sorry. Alright, next one. So we have Dantalion, who's next on my list. They ended up sneaking theirs in about 12 hours before this started, and I only added them to the list about 2 hours. So that's fun. But I didn't even know that they had, like, a PNG. Funnily enough, I didn't know they had Twitter until, like, a couple of days ago. Mind you. But the Great Duke of Hell, yes. His streams are loads of fun. I'm gonna have to tune in more, because I end up peaking every so often. But it ends up, like, for some reason, my Twitch time tends to, like, crash for me whenever I try and tune into certain things. So, I'm gonna have to try again. But honestly, this is gorgeous. He seems like a very strict parent from this. Working parent, but strict. So, I'm between putting him in working dad who brings their children with him, or working dad that works a little too much. But because of how messy, like, the tie is, like, it's loose. Which means that going off of, like, the subject of children, it's, like, very, very neat and tidy. It'd be like a small child with him. I just imagine them on his lap while he's working or something. Or just there in, like, meetings again. Same with, like, Kiwi, same with, like, Noisy. Same with, like, Mazuko. I feel like they would be a working dad who would bring their children. Actually, either that or it's a working dad who would make time for their children. Or, like, teach their children. I'm gonna add, like, a new section for that. Working dad. Anyway, just came to tell you I'm gonna head to bed now. No worries. You go sleep. Hulva Amicho. And again, I'm really sorry about all that. I do hope you take care, okay? Bye bye. But yeah, I think Dant will definitely make time for his children. He wouldn't necessarily bring the child to work with him, but he'd make time for the child. If you know what I mean. I think you think he'd be too busy in, like, meetings to bring them with him, but they would make time afterwards. Mia, thank you. Next one, Mirage Jane. She is, first of all, just look at her. She is gorgeous. Second of all, until I looked on her, like, page, I didn't know she was a lewd tuber. And that's even more respect, in my opinion. It's even more respect. But she looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, come on. Come on, that is just beautiful. But as of, like, what dad vibes she would get, we are a goof. What father are we? So we are Cat Demon, we are lewd, we are chaos, but most important, we are goof. Now, automatically, that's making me think, for all of that, it's a really good combo. But it's making me think doting dad. Because, again, it's the same sort of thing as Fishy. If the child asks, like, where do babies come from, they would explain in, like, a good way. Rather than just flat out saying it. You know? They would make sure they are well dressed. They would be there for, like, all their song recitals, if the child happened to do song recitals or something. Although she'd be one of those parents where if they go to the parent-teacher conference, they would ask her to cover up. Because shoulders. Shoulders. Though not necessarily in the UK. The UK doesn't really care too much about if you're showing shoulders or not. As long as you are, like, decently covered from, with the good, some of the goods down. As long as you're not showing too much of any main assets, I guess, you're fine. The shoulder thing we just don't really care about. So with that, because of just, I think they would be doting dad level. Because they are goof. They are chaotic. they would tell the child where babies come from. So thank you, Mira. Next we have Dusk, who is a plague doctor nurse. Plague nurse, sorry. Plague nurse. And honestly, she is gorgeous. I love that mask. But she's very confident that she's dad material, and I can see that. But I don't necessarily think she would be the full-on package of doting dad to, like... I think because of her work, she looks very pretty. But that takes a lot of effort. And if she is a plague nurse, she's going to be working quite a lot too. And working in environments where a child should not be. So it is either she will bring the child to work, but it's in a bad way because the child will be then learning how to take the trade, or she would leave them at home and not work too much. Alternatively, she could be like the fun parent where she ends up coming back home for the weekend, doing stuff with her child, and then coming back. Or, in a rare sort of twist of fate, she could be the parent that only sees their child once a year. That dad who is working so often that they only see the child once a year just to be like, hey, you still alive? Sure. And then just goes. But I think that's a bit too harsh. I think she definitely see them more, but I think it would be more of a case of they work a lot because they are a nurse. Like a plague nurse in this case. So with that in mind, I'm going to put them... I did not save a picture of them. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Also, hi Roo. Hi. How's it going? How you doing? Also, you did the big head pat? You did the big pat? Oh my goodness. Sorry, I didn't even notice that some of the emotes have been big. My goodness. Welcome on in. Welcome. Let me quickly just hide this a second because I need to go and save a thing. Who are the phones? Did some of them not like transfer over? Huh, I didn't save it. Everyone's just redeeming the dad mode just to make sure it's staying on. I love that. I can just permanently put it on if needed. Big emotes, I know! I thought I did save Dusk though, that's odd. That is very odd to me. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on, I will be this one. Okay. Back to your regularly scheduled dad. Oh my goodness, the Nessie! It's so big! Because I'm having to look on my phone. You can't see the big emotes on your phone, rather than here. I mean, it's father dad. I mean, yeah, but I could just, like, put it on and then just leave it. We're all good. Thank you for getting that one noisy. Yeah, they only show up in the browser OBS. I know, it sucks. It sucks. But yeah, because of that, I think they're going to be a dad that works a little too much, to be honest. They would, like, absolutely stunning artwork and visuals. But they would work a little too hard. Not only with their job, but also, have you seen, like, how that dress looks? It's gonna take a while to get, like, everything on, to get a face, like, made up so perfectly. And if that's natural, I'm jealous. I would just... Yes. Next one. Vloxuan. I don't know how that's supposed to be said. What if she can just transform like a magical girl? That would be fun. I was just applying moisturizer. Look at me now, caring about my skin. Honestly, skincare is just a wild time, guys. But yes, Vloxian. I'm just gonna call them Vlogs. Look at him. He looks so precious, and he's just eating. I think that's a mango they're eating, mind you. But looking at how they are, instantly thinking they're not necessarily full dad material. They would be like temporary dad material. He looks like he fathered the entire human race. You know what? That's also very fair. He started the dad. He started being the dad. But if we're going off of like modern day, I don't think they would necessarily be. It's actually a mix. It's either they wouldn't be there the entire time, or they would take their child to work with them in order to like hunt and get food. I mean, for tribal, I would say they're protective. Oh, true. Okay, if we're going off of like, if we're going off of context of what they look like, and them looking quite tribal, then automatically they are in working dad who brings their child with them. Oh my god! Oh my god! No way! Shadow the Hedgehog, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the archive. The memberships are at the front desk. Oh my goodness, you indeed are the ultimate life form. Shadow the Hedgehog, I am a big fan. Oh my goodness. Welcome on in. Damn. So this is a very odd time. We are currently rating like people's VTuber models and how dad-like they are. That is a very weird thing to explain, but I guess if you were on here, you'd definitely be made into like a stepdad. I'm sorry, this is just a very weird sort of situation to be explaining. I must admit, it is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Pal. The full thing is Pal D. Acula. The D can stand for a lot of different things. I am the head librarian and resident witch of the Archives, a library in the void. It is an honor. And Cole, I hear you thinking. I hear you getting the copy pasta already. My goodness. But yep, if we're going to go with that, it's working dad who brings the child. Because they would definitely bring their child with them in order to like go hunting, do all that sort of stuff. Okay. But thank you so much, Vlogs. It is an absolute pleasure to have seen this. It's so cute. Next we have Mal Worm Knight. And look at the picture, it's so cute! She's a knight. She's a worm. Oh, she is just so cute. But she looks really tough too. So, automatically quite protective parent. But I'm thinking, again, because they're a knight, they wouldn't be at home for a while. So, it is either if they are, I think because of them being a knight in that regard, they would be a working parent, but they wouldn't see their child too often, in my opinion. They'd be protective as hell over them, but they won't be there because they've gone to war or they've gone to fight. So that one's fairly easy. Working dad, but a little too much work. But we do support the working. Yeah, night duty is service duty, exactly. And we respect that. But if you were to give them a generic child, they wouldn't be there. They protect them to hell when they are, but they wouldn't be there at the moment. Which is a very quick one, but just look at the artwork, it's so cute. I love like the effects on the hair, the wings. Just the little heart and kissy face. It is so freaking cute. I love her. there are just so many different types of VTubers, man. They are, The thing is, I'm not even jealous. There is like the opposite of jealous, where I'm enamored by everything. Because I'm just looking at like the amount of different people who have entered this, and I'm just like, why? How? It's so good. Okay, now we have Apollyon. Which, every time I see the double L, I either think of saying it as the Spanish way, Apollyon, but there is 2 Y's, so I can't do that. Or I want to say it as the Welsh way, so Apollyon, which makes it sound so Welsh. But it's Apollyon. Apollyon, even. Yeah, Apollyon. But I don't want to say it like Apollyon. But he is a demon general. And very much, if he were to be given a generic child, he would definitely take care of them like a doting dad. But we now have the extra thing of him being ranked. Because he is a general, he is going to be out there. He is going to be having to take care of a lot of people all at once. So, it's not like with Mal in that case, because they are a knight, and knights do get breaks. Generals tend to not. Generals have a little more power and authority, which means they wouldn't have as much time for their families if they were to start one. They would have to take leave in order to sort that. So, sadly, as much as they would be absolutely doting as hell, they look like somebody who would take care of them. Yeah, he's not going to be there all the time because they have a lot of responsibility. Exactly. So, absolutely gorgeous model. They would, if they had all the time in the world, they would be there to defend their child to the bitter end. And they would be a Chad tier. They would be a Chad tier father. They would be, like, absolutely great. But due to that small little caveat, they are a once-a-year dad. They would only see them on, like, the one holiday that the kingdom would have off. And that's the only time they would see them. And it doesn't mean they're a bad dad, it just means they're not there. So, you might see there's 2 more people on the list. And one of them, I'm going to show you now, happens to be Velvet. And the reason the Velvet's isn't popped up, it says show additional replies, including those that may contain offensive content. And the only reason, I'd had to double check like the night before, the only reason I didn't see this is because this popped up. And it does that every time. And then when I click on it, it shows Velvet. That's the only reason why I never saw this until like yesterday, Velvet. I'm so sorry. It shadow banned you. Because it didn't let me even see your messages for when you messaged me on here too. Until like hours later. Which is the case of, it's not that I am not responding quickly. It is a case of it's a case of Twitter shadow banned you and wouldn't let me see anything you've put. I don't know how this happened. But this is the only reason why this wasn't put up until now. So I am immensely sorry. I am so sorry about all of that. But this is what ended up happening. That's the only reason why I hadn't actually messaged them. Yeah, no, I didn't even know the Velvet streamed until this point. To be honest, I didn't even know. I end up like checking out quite a lot of you, but Velvet, because they are very stealthy, I never even saw that they streamed. So, you know what this means now. I just started. Well, don't worry if you see me lurking in your stream chats. It's perfectly normal. Dofi had the same. Colv had the same. Everyone else had the same. Also, hi John. How's it going? How you doing? John, we have a new server now. We're able to, like, do everything again. But yes, we now have a Velvet. We now have Velvet's model. Which is great. Utterly adorable. As for dad vibes, as for dad vibes from you, Velvet, that is a fun one to think. Because how you're looking, I feel like you'd be like the cozy dad in a way. You would be there to give your child like cuddles, but you also feel like you'd be the fun weekend as well. I think because of the fact that you look like a ghost, you would just appear on the weekends and then disappear once more. Just like, you go there, you do your thing, you leave. It's like, that is nothing to slate on you. I'm sure you'd be great at being the parent figure. But judging from this, I do feel that they would probably be more in the fun weekend dad. Yeah, I'm a bunny ghost. Laura's complex. Yeah, I think it'd just be the weekend for you. It's between weekend or consistent, and I feel like you would be set for the weekend. Now, we too technically have one more, and the only reason why this one isn't on Twitter is because I bugged them in not in person. How the hell would I bug them in person? I bugged them. I bugged them on Discord before the incident, and sounds accurate. Yeah. So we have one more. Just gonna put it on the tier list now. We have one more guy. One more guy. Now, again, we are going off of looks. I'm not doing it because of personality. Because, yeah, I have an entirely different answer if I were to do this on personality. But there are two sections I would put him in. There are just two sections I would put him. And I don't know if I'm supposed to put him in the nicer one or in the slightly less. So, the two sections I would put him in are either in the fun weekend dad or in the absent father section. And that's just from the model. The fun weekend, because he looks like a guy who would just play video games with the child all weekend. He doesn't look like he touches grass from that model. Oh. He looks like he would just play video games with the child all weekend and then just give them back to the mother. But I feel like literally Gremlin Dad and Gremlin Son. Look at the waist bag, Drew. Or absent father, where they have been stuck in League Purgatory for 15 years. And, they've completely forgot that they have a child. It just looks like they have just completely forgotten they've had a child all this time. And just still looks hip and young. The waistband gives the hey there fellow kids vibes. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm between saying, yeah, technically they are a father, and that League was mentioned. They look, I know that they do play League anyway, but the model looks like a League player. You can't tell me otherwise. Well, you can tell me otherwise, but they look like the model even plays League. I was all tapped. Again, Nat, I adore you, my dude, but, again, I'm doing this based on looks. No, correction, Colv, Nat's model looks like a League player. Due to that simple fact. We now have our rankings! Right, there's the tier list. Hold on. Why is it not able to give me... Stop it, I'll just do it like that. There are the rankings, guys. Listen, I learned from my dad. She left me. Oi! You left me. You decided to walk out on me. And then just put yourself by the corner and then tell the sob story that I put you there, when in actual fact, I did not. I gave you the option, and you decided, you know what, I want out of this family. Projecting again. You projected first. I am simply here. But yes, you... But yep, no, that is where Nat's gonna be staying for this list. So that is the rankings of dad vibes. This is what the people's models look like and how I'd rank them. Oh, where's Raps on the tier list? Raps didn't actually send his in. Raps didn't actually send his in to do this. But I can sort that. Neither did Faith, to be honest, but I could quickly rank. I could quickly rank them. I could just add, like, the things later. Yeah, no, neither of them decided to enter. Women are afraid of me. Look, women are just scary, to be honest. They're not afraid of you. You're afraid of them, and I'm also afraid of women. Maid Raps. Maid Raps is on Chad Dad tier. Maid Raps is Chad Dad tier, no matter what. The natural instinct to fear Nat, yeah. Where did the magic go? As just like a passing thing, if I were to put Faith on this list, I feel like they would be like the working dad that doesn't have as actually, no, they'd be the working dad that would bring their child to work day. Because, again, the maid thing, where technically they are working, but they would bring them to, like, help, I guess. Because they would end up just tutoring them on the way. It's like, if you're not going to be busy, you're going to have to earn your way out, you know? But yeah, that's how I'd rank them in terms of looks. For the people who are in the chat that I've seen, that I know a bit better, I can tell you what I think you'd be, depending on, like, your personality rather than your model. Only if you guys want to, because I personally don't mind, because I know some of you a bit better than, like, some of the other people that are on here. Sure, okay, let me just switch to the other scene, hold on. Okay, I'm cool. And we've got time. We do. Let me see. Let me just do that. Let me see. So, I'll start with Cole first. I did put you at stepdad tier, but I would put you more towards, like, you personally, I would put you as working dad who would bring their child to work. Because you would genuinely want to make sure that you spent as much time with your child, and would find a job that would be able to make sure that you could have as much time with them. So you'd be like hands-on, you'd be doing like a load of different practical things. Especially since you said that you are with like some of the rocket stuff that you did, you would definitely try and like pass that on and make it very active. And you just have like a little bond over that, and it'd be really sweet. So I definitely think you'd be working dad that would bring the child to work. Noisy, because I did rank noisy as well. I did teach local scouts how to make rockets. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Rather than you being a dad that would take their child to work, noisy, I think you'd be more like the cuddly doting. Not the cuddly doting. The cuddly cozy dad. Like, you would be there to make sure that you are a rock to that child. You would be making sure that they are loved and adored. I think you'd be more of like a cozy one. You wouldn't necessarily bring a child to work. But I definitely think you would very much... You'd just be very sweet about it. Okay guys, big question. What's more scary? Batman smiling or Spider-Man being quiet? Spider-Man being quiet, because that means he's up to something. Batman smiling, people would pay absolute money for it, so it's not as scary as it is money making. But also, welcome on in. Welcome on in, Eddie Taco Tuesday. Ooh, tacos. Actually, wait, we can't talk about tacos here. People slap them. Right. Dofi, if I were to put you on the ranking. Spidey not making jokes is a menace. True. Batman smiling is not as rare as Spider-Man being silent. Also true. Dofi, I did put you as the fun weekend dad. I would put you more as a fun consistent. Pal's placement of this list. Oi! Nah, oi. Again, I'm going off of looks. I'm not gonna... But you would be fun consistent. You would make sure that you would take your child out for like fun days. You'd hype up the child. You would be that. You would be generic child hype man. You would make sure that they are loved and adored and slightly toxic depending on the games. But I think you'd be great being like more of a fun consistent. Okay, only because of like one or two games you play that I've seen you do. But the rest of it would be just consistently fun. I said only slightly, like the healthy amounts of toxic. The healthy amounts of toxic, you know? Healthy. Right. It's the Valorant, isn't it? It's the Valorant. Yeah. Who else did I rank in here that's still on? And don't worry, we all got that. I guess I could quickly rank John. John, if I were to put you on the parent thing, I would put you as a working dad who works too much. Because of the amount of stuff you do already, such as like editing and writing like articles, like academic articles, and then also working, going to school, you would provide for the family, but I don't think you'd have as much time for generic child. But I think when you do have that time, you would be great. You'd make sure that you taught them all the practical stuff so they could survive on their own. So that's where I put you at least. Nat. Contrary to popular belief, with how I put Nat as an absent father from Justice Model. If I were going with saying Nat, you think that Nat would be doting. Nat would be like near the top. Very cool and actually a good person. Yeah, that's about right. That's why never being a dad I think would not be great. I think you'd be fine. I think you'd just be a bit too busy. But no, Nat would be doting. He would make sure that that child is like loved, cared for. He would be making sure that they're at least taught like all the skills that they need to get out there, and probably help them when they're going right or wrong. I wouldn't necessarily say that he's just the consistently fun, because consistently fun requires the time to not necessarily go through all the hardships. And from what I am gathering from how I've ended up getting to know Nat through like streams and other bits and pieces, I think that he would teach his child right from wrong and would do his absolute darndest to make sure that they were in a loving home and Knowing that, I think they would be. I'm very confident that they would be. That's just my sort of opinion with some two-step love. Yeah, I mean they'd spread that in there, of course, but the two-step love is just part of it. But I think for the majority of it, I would rank him very highly from like how I view it. And that's the kind of thing I'm going to be saying on the stream. Anyway. There we go. There's like dad rankings sorted. Oh my god, Bronze! Oh my goodness, I didn't even know that you like subscribed for 4 months. Hi. Thank you so much. Welcome on in. How's it going? How you doing? I'll quickly get the rankings up for you anyway, Bronze, because I don't know if you've been here at all. I'm just gonna go quickly bring them up. But we have the tier list finished, and that tier list, for the people who you recognise the most on here, I'm just going to quickly tell you. So Yusei and Fishi are in Doting Dad tier. Noisy is in, Noisy and Maz are in Working Dads who will bring their child to work. Dant is in a Working Dad who'd make time for their child. One second. Hina and Diamond are in Cozy Dad, and again, I'm only basing this off looks. Lucius is a dad that would be working too much. Hades and Kolv are stepdads. Oh yeah, Hades would also be in like Doting Dad tier. Hades would be an absolute great dad. Like, I would sing the praises for the amount of stuff Hades would do for that child. Fun weekend dads are Velvet and Dofi, and Nat is an absent father. But yes, we now have Step Kolv. Now hold on a moment. Okay, question, can I change my current accent into different accent, pal? Because it's too late to answer the question. Because I honestly lost my beautiful accent in a high noble class known as British mixing with Scottish accent by accident, curiosity in teenage days. That is a really weird one, Centric. Can you change your current accent? Lost my beautiful accent into a high noble class known as British mixed with Scottish accent by accident. By curiosity. If you end up listening to a lot of media that has the accent you want again, I think you'd be able to try and like change that back. But sometimes it's a bit of a struggle to change your accent. And to be fair, what do you mean high noble class of British with Scottish? You think this is noble? You think this is noble? Just buy the DLC with the British accent. Honestly, I personally don't know. Thing is, I'd have to hear how it is now versus what you'd want it to be, and then I'd have to do it like that. But I'm honestly not that sure, because I really how do I explain this? I haven't necessarily changed my accent over the years. I've just had to enunciate more, because that's how people understand me better. That's how people understand anyone better. But yeah, no, I'm personally not too sure. I am very sorry about that, Centric. But yep, imagine like in medieval style about accents. Oh my. What a fancy accent. Huh. I guess it would be practice. It is just gonna have to be, like, a lot of practice. You might be able to, like, trick your brain into thinking that's your voice as you keep, like, putting it. But I don't know, not going to lie. And again, I speak, like, bog standard northern, so I don't really... Oh boy, that's a fun one. I'll have to think. I'll have to think on that. I will have to think on that. To return your accent, just head over to Fallout 76 cash store with a low price about $4.99. You can buy 1 month of airtime. Nah, that's good. That's good. That's good. God damn it, Todd Howard. You can buy anything from Todd Howard nowadays. Okay. But, yeah. I've done all the dad ranking today, at least. Which has been quite fun. Can I buy $1 billion from Todd Howard for $4.99? I mean, sure. Oh. I'm in a bucket now. Well, welcome on into my humble abode. I just live in a bucket, guys. I guess I'm wearing the hat, too. I have 2 buckets. Oh no. Colv, I have a very stupid idea. But yeah, I seriously lost my accent by curiosity. Oh my god. Okay, not my fault. Oh dear, I'm really sorry to hear that, Centric. Alright, I should head off to bed. Thanks for the fun stream, pal. No worries, Noisy! Hoinfal Amitra, thank you so much for joining! I'm hoping that you had a good time. And I guess I'm dad mode for 10 minutes too. Good night, Noisy. Sleep well. Oh, bucket. So Colv, I had a really stupid idea of how I could get 3 buckets on this, on the screen. So I can't change it. I mean, no. But if you end up funding, if you... I think you could buy the DLC, I guess, for the accent. But yeah. Cool. Because of the bucket, the normal bucket mode having like bunny ears, instead of having like the bucket hat, I could change it to be like 2 different bucket hats that just cover the ears. So then I would have 3 buckets on screen instead of 2. So it just covers both ears. Bucket ears, yes, bucket ears. Although technically I have 3 toggles on right now, so that's not the worst. So I technically have 3 hats on. Oh boy, oh boy. 3 buckets, 3 buckets! So I need to head over to the Fallout 76 castle, and I need to buy the DLC for my original accent. Yep, for the low price of $2.99, you can buy 30 minutes of airtime and accent. I mean, you could like these stack buckets, like the 3 head pats. Oi, 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 oi. That's actually an idea. Speaking of, oh god, speaking of that, I was supposed to set something up. I was supposed to set a thing up. Hold on. Also, Pal, do you still have the list open? Check a few columns. Hi. I do have the thingy still open, actually. Oh, Colv! Oh my god. Oh my god, Colv! Oh. Thank you. Also, fun fact, Colv, on that document, you are an anonymous Kiwi. You are an anonymous Kiwi on there. I'm not even joking. There's only one #1 dad here. Aw, guys. Anonymous Kiwi. Yes. But yeah, I'm just here to be a father, like a stupid little father figure. I'm genuinely surprised that that's the thing that's stuck, but if it means people are happy, I am more than happy to become the father. Sorry. Stupid's not the right word. Stupid's not the right word. I'm sorry. I should have got like a best dad mug for some reason. I still need to phone Dad Keeler today because I managed to get all of his presents sorted beforehand. So I'm gonna check when he's properly awake to like talk to him and see how he's doing. Because the stuff I got him a card, obviously. Then I also pre-ordered him a DVD that he hasn't got because he collects a lot of DVDs. I forgot which one I bought, but I have like a list of DVDs that he doesn't have, just so I know what I can cover. And the final thing I managed to order him was, so you know those like foam banana sweets? Like the ones that you find in tubs, right? The foam bananas that also have like sometimes the foam shrimp. Very sweet, very soft. They're kind of weird. I don't know if people have seen them, but one, you can get just the foam bananas. Two, on Amazon, they have like kilogram bags of them. They also have like smaller ones too, like 750 grams and like 500 grams. So basically, just to tide my dad over until when I just so he has like something in that he likes, I ended up ordering like a 500-gram bag of foam banana sweets. And that's kind of been like a habit now that I've done since I've started uni, where because I haven't been home for like certain events, so for example his birthday, and for like this, I just order him like some sweets and then also something that he likes. That's so sweet. Thank you. But yeah, I make sure to do that. So almost every time I've given gifts, I've also given like some sweets, because by the time it gets to the next event, he's already eaten the other ones. But I end up leaving like a gap between them, so it's like once every 2 things. So the next time I'll order them is probably going to be for his birthday. Because for Christmas, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and find something else that is just as good to give him. But it's just like how I show my affection. I just like, if it's something that I think that's going to be tasty, or something that I know somebody likes, I'm just going to get it and give it. Case in point with my roommate, sometimes she feels, there's like times where you can sense where she's craving chocolate, or she's kind of needing the chocolate. So when I go out for just like a walk, I might have to pick up some groceries. I end up double checking the chocolate aisle in case there's like some chocolate she needs. So I pick up like a dark chocolate bar, or maybe like a Cadbury's or something, and I just come home and be like, hey, guess what? And just leave her like the little snack. Or if there's like a really nice bakery store, and I know for a fact there is something that she'd like there, sometimes I just pick up an extra bit for her and bring them home because they're nice and tasty. She's very keen on like coffee cake, so sometimes if I find that but they don't have walnuts on it, I just go get it for her. Everything sounds tasty, actually. I'm making myself mildly hungry, but I had lunch before this, so I don't need anything else. That's so cute. No, it's just how I show affection. Again, I like being helpful, and I like getting stuff that reminds me of people. As another like random sort of gift prompt, I guess, where I am, there is like this tiny little glass shop, and they make small glass animals, right? So when I've been out here for my university and stuff, I've ended up going to bring home a couple of these animals for people I care about, or some of the like other bits. So for example, my best friend has gotten about 2 glass animals out of me because they're small and very precious, and I thought, yeah, she deserves them. I think I still have a hedgehog that I need to give out to somebody. Yeah, I still have like a hedgehog that's at home. I believe I still do. Then for one of my friend's weddings, I ended up going to get her like this glass statue. Hedgehog, where's Shadow? Oh boy. How small is small? Imagine like a small eraser, like one of those like a diminutive glass cat. A diminutive. Actually, I think I actually do have a picture of them. Hold on. Let me quickly scroll back through like some of my pictures, and if I do find it, I'll send it in the Discord because I did take some pictures of them. But this was like a while back of some of them. This was. That's small but not small enough. It is. They're just small and cute. Okay. Yeah, I do have pictures of them. Hold on. Right next to my depression lemon cake. Yeah, I just remember like some of my bits by context clues, and the context of that would be it was just before I ended up making a depression lemon cake for myself because I was going through a rough patch with my studies and I didn't know what I was doing, and I decided to just make a lemon cake. I'll share the cat. Yay! How far am I? Am I too far? Am I not far enough? I am too far. Gotcha. Am I still too far? I'm still too far. Oh my goodness, Syracuse! Thank you so welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the archives, the membership from the guest. Welcome on in. We just finished the ranking system. It's a pleasure to properly meet you. I'm also very sorry. It has come to my attention that I can hide it no longer. I am British. I can deny it no longer. I am from Britland. But yeah, welcome on in. We've done the rankings. I can quickly bring them up. Hold on. Did I just hide the thingy? No, I still have it open. Hey, oh no. That is the correct response. That is the correct response. A bit before that one. It was before. No, I think it was after these one. So because I've done it based on the model look, because again, while I don't know you, I give vibes. And I've put you in working dad, but a little too much work. So because you look like a very busy person, and due to like how your demeanor looks and how busy you might seem to be, you would definitely be like a dad figure, but you would be a dad figure that the children don't see as often. It's funny how I'm that category in IRL I'm overworked. Oh my goodness. It's the vibes. It's the vibes. But nah, you're all good. I do hope you can take a break at some point at least. The prophecy is true. I've predicted too much. I've predicted too much already. Where do I drop the picture? Just put it back. Just put it in the poster wall. If you're okay with that. Where are the animals? I mean, yeah, I got 5. What? Okay, do you mind sharing how? What on earth? What do you mean you got fired? No. I kind of want an explanation, please. What do you mean you got fired? What happened? Are you okay? Oh my goodness. How did you get fired for, like, overworking? What? Okay, there is. My goodness. Bunny! Bunny! Hi, hi, hi! Oh my goodness, I've missed you! I've missed you! Oh my goodness. I am alive, I am well. I'm doing stuff. I've been rating dads this past, like, 2 hours. Also, Bunny, there is a new server now. There is a new server. I am so sorry about the last one. But oh my god, that cat is so tiny and cute. There are my glass samples for you. I might need a better res photo. That's okay, I've just sent mine. Basically, the place where I was working decided to go bankrupt. It decided to go bankrupt last night. Due to the CEO's bad financial decisions, so they had to fire me in order to save more money. That is so silly. That is so silly. I'm so sorry for you. You too. I need to apologize. I'm glad you see you back. Thank you. I'm doing my best. Although, it's really screwed over my work for the past couple of weeks, mind you. I heard new server. Yep, I now have a new server up. Which, yeah, that also means you can play it again. Opportunity shall come. You deserve better anyway. Yeah, you really deserve better, Syracuse. Oh no. Well, I know what's probably going to happen for this. At least. Oh yeah, I heard what happened though. Be careful next time, because I did the same what you did back then about 3 years ago. I'm sorry. I tried. I didn't know it was gonna happen, okay? I really didn't know it was gonna happen, so I do apologize. But yep, we have a new server, baby! And I've neatened it up since last time too. Even though I found another job and I'll be starting in July, nice. It took a bit of toll on my brain and made me stop streaming for a month. But hey, more work for me! Please, I know that you are going through like time. Please make sure you don't overwork yourself too much. Just do whatever the best you can, okay? Because sometimes it's going to be quite rough. Sometimes it's going to be a lot easier. When you get knocked down, you just have to pick yourself back up and just do the best. Because your best is more than good enough. I really hope that this new job doesn't go bankrupt. At least make sure that you're financially stable, and then you can get back into streaming when you're ready, you know? You are doing a great job, and you are... And I am proud of you. Yes, I have just met you, but I can still say I'm proud of you. As the internet father of the day. But yeah. I'm currently looking for a new job too. The one I have is not great. Oh, you're looking for a new one? I hope I give you all the best for you, buddy. They don't treat me right at all. Oh no. No, I hope you get a new one. You're so sweet. Nah, I'm just supportive is all. Syracuse. But yeah, no. Feel free to, like, if you... Whoops, shrunk. But yeah, feel free to, like, drop on in anytime. We're all very friendly here, we're all very chill. So if you just want something in the background while you do work or anything, I'm here to help. Or if you need, like, words of encouragement too, actual words of encouragement, then I'm here. But yeah, Bunny, to be fair, they were treating you rough anyway at that job. I really hope that you get a better one. And I do hope that everybody here takes care as well. With whatever sort of a situation they have. Thank you, and I wish you the same luck to everyone here. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. We're chill, we're also workaholics, yep. Memmy! Oh my god, Memmy! Hello, how have you been? I've not been too bad, minus the situation. I've not been too bad at all. How are you doing, Memmy? How's it going? I've missed you. I've missed you so much. Also, you said sorry I'm British earlier, but I am Italian. That's even worse. Nah. Okay, fellow European, I am glad to hear it, though. Nah, I think British is worse than Italian, though. Long time no see. Yes, long time no see. Honestly, for all this mayhem to be happening to us during Pride Month seems very suspicious. Ooh, yes, it's very suspicious. You think I should just do that rainbow presentation again, Bunny? I could. I'm doing well, just busy with work nowadays. Nah, that's very fair, honestly. I hope the work's been doing well. I hope you don't overwork yourself, please and thank you. Just take care, okay? Wait, Siriku can teach us to speak with more hands. To be fair, I ended up learning a little bit from my roommate on how to speak with hands. What? One of the new Twitch redeems. They're very funny. They are very funny nowadays. Also, you're spending like bits for them, please. You don't have to spend bits, it's promise. I've been gone for so long. You have been. You've been gone for so long. We've missed you. I realize now. Do you know that your name has a meaning in Italian? I did not know that, actually. Would you mind to teach me? Big emote. Big. Gonna be like Naruto. Damn it. Holy. Oh no. Yes. I now need to know what my name means in Italian, if that's okay. Pal Daquila, written like. Oh my god. Nah. Nah, that's good. That's so good. Just go game, I'll be lurking. No worries, Memmy. Eagle balls. No, I guessed. That is so good. We need propaganda t-shirt that just says eagle balls all in caps. That can also go in quotes without context. Please. Please. Do that. Oh my god, grazie. Thank you for the information, grazie. Also, hi Asphodel. How's it going? How you doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. That was a time. Oh my goodness, what the hell? Palico balls. I'm very glad that the D does stand for something and I'm not actually Daquila, thank you. Just imagine a children's book that starts with this once was a witch. Oh my god. Happy Pride Month, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing so hard at that. What is a witch called Eagle Balls? Hi, my name is Pal Eagle Balls, and you're watching the Disney Channel. Also, wait, why have you got the, Wait, why did you bring up the throne? Why did you bring up the throne? I'll write in suggestions. No worries. Good, I can't stay because I'm taking care of Father's Day stuff. Want to drop in? No worries, I'm also taking care of Father's Day stuff. Do not worry. Have a great Father's Day, everyone. Take care, Asphodel. I heard the D stands for something, so I had to bring it up. Fair enough. But yeah, that. But did you really have to bring it up with, like, the command? But yeah, to actually give you context, Siriku, my middle name, the D stands for Dilwyn. So Dilwyn happens to be Welsh. So, yeah, everyone's just been giving me like really funny nicknames since the start. I only revealed after 100 followers what the middle names stand for, but I still find it really funny to find out how people interpret it, or just what people end up bringing up about it, which that has just made my absolute day. Extra bizarre. Very important items on throne for those who cannot able to contribute. Bronze, no! Bronze, no. Haldi Wrestler. Not that one. Not that one. The D stands for Doodlebop. The D does stand for Doodlebop, correct. It can stand for Doodlebop. But yeah, take care, Asphodel. Basically, Pal Balls. Pal Balls of Eagle. Well, I was gonna say something, but I know that's gonna be taken out of context. D stands for dozens of things. It does stand for dozens of things. Well, if I am Pal Balls of an Eagle, I have more balls than all of you. I am no longer just the dog's bollocks. I am simply the eagle's balls. Yep, that's going on a t-shirt. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. She has a point though. Pulls these nuts. Oh boy. I have more confidence than all y'all. It's fine. It's fine. Oh my god, my throat's just hurting from like laughing so much. So sadly I might call it here so I don't like tear my throat even more. But yes, for people who still have stuff to do on their Father's Day, I genuinely thank you for coming to this silly little thing and seeing how it's all going. I'm gonna quickly check who's live at the moment. I can go. Oh, Synth's live. Okay. Oh, they're gonna be playing Dad Simulator. Thank you for the stream, pal. Best father in them all. Yeah, it's all good. Anytime. I would not miss it. It's all good. Thank you so much for joining, though. Pleasure being here. It's a pleasure seeing you here. It was great to see you again, pal. It's great to see you too. We're gonna go see Synthwave. Will I see you tomorrow in the workshop? No, you won't see me in the workshop. I've been like swamped with stuff at the moment with all this. So you won't see me in the workshop, sadly. I came late, but you're very likable. I'll be here a lot. Oh, thank you, Zuriku. It's an absolute pleasure for you to be here. And I will make sure that you always have a warm welcome here, okay? So, for anyone who has come in here, thank you so much for joining. For people who have ended up joining later, thank you so much too. Again, people who have been here since the start, always an absolute honour to have you all. And until the next time these archives are open, you need but simply to ask. Abara, pronoun, ari nos with the. Bye everybody, hwyl fawr am I tro.